What are you doing, guys? Are you starting your phase 3? It's time. It is February the 26th. Let's get out in that garden.
Well, hello everyone. This is Boomer in the Burbs coming to you with phase 3 of our garden preparation. And I'd like to say thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for those who have subscribed. I wish you would give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And also, please, if you have not subscribed, my name is Belle. I'm a solo boomer here in Metro Atlanta. And I am trying to inspire seniors, boomers, people who were born between the years of 1946 and 1964, that we can still get out and do something. And for all of you millennials and Gen Zs, welcome to the garden. So let's get started with phase 3. This is black cow, KOW, and I have 3 bags of it, and it's cow manure. But the great thing about it is that this is all natural. This is an all natural garden fertilizer, and this has a low odor. So a lot of people say cow manure, yuck, and I don't know what they mix with it, but it is so great for raised beds. And these actually that you see in here are my raised beds, and we're going to stick with the plan. And we said watermelon at the very top. So I'm going to adjust my camera so that you can see watermelon at the very top. And as you can see, this area up here is very, very shaded. So when I made the plan, I decided that I would go ahead and use this portion over here for the sunflowers that will grow tall and hopefully attract the bees. And then I'll start my plants in here. And if any of you know about watermelon, it's going to take off. I don't mind if it drops down on that level some, but it will take off. So today, what we're going to do is to get some black cow uh, manure into the ground and still amend it. And this is why we're amending it, because I've had other plants in there, and these other plants have taken the nutrients out of the soil to use it to build up. So we're going to start by showing you that this is easy. And if you don't have a lot of strength, you can drag like me and just drag it up to the area that you want to be in. And then I'm going to cut the bag open, and we're going to start putting it out and amending the soil. If I had a tiller, as you know, I've always wished for, if I had a tiller, this would be very, very easy, but I don't. So I'm going to take this and put this out like this. And if you can see me, I'm going to start over here first and then move it. I also bought a couple of tools with me, a rake and a hoe. And let's just see where we get started with this wonderful black cow. So we'll start off by working it into the soil. And as we work it into the soil, we want to break up any clumps we have. And we're going to, if we had a tiller, the tiller could do what I'm doing by pulling up the dirt. There's some roots that I didn't get in phase 2. But we're going to find that's always because the plants send out the roots even after we've dug them up. But as you can see, I'm moving this into the soil. And we will do this for, this is the reason why we try to get as many roots as we can. And if you can see this has to go, because this very much will start growing back as soon as it gets some nutrients. So I'm going to put it in this bag. I would ordinarily compost some of these things, but not roots. So it goes in the leaf bag. And we continue with this one up here.
Now, at this point, I am stopping the audio as I'm going through my little motions and I'm speeding it up for you to see. And hopefully, we can get through it and I can speed it up sufficiently so that you can see the work that's being done. And I really had a good day in the garden, but I know you don't need to see me just amending the soil all the way through. Even though I think I said some interesting things, I was very muted. I mean, I just decided not to shout and carry on like I usually do because I thought that the mic would just not support that. So I have a new mic, and here I go. So at this point, I'm going into my favorite area, which is where I'll put the potatoes. And I'm excited about this because the potatoes did well. And although this may be a mistake, I'm going to till it up with the shovel as good as I can so that I can plant the potatoes there. So you'll see me tilling it and giving it a little bit more effort because I want the potatoes to really, really do well. And I want to spend a lot of time on that area. So here I go again. Labor of love. I actually had such a great time. I don't know what it was about this particular time of day, but the sun was shining and I was excited to be out in the garden. And I really come alive when I'm out in the garden. I don't know whether it's the vitamin D or the fact that I'm making such progress or the fact that I can now see how this kind of effort will pay off if I get some good potatoes. Now, I'm going to have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or even some of the places that Amy recommended and pick up my potato starts. I did not have any potato starts to put in the ground. I did last year, but hopefully this time I'll have an opportunity to get some potato starts from a very reputable company. So those are the potato areas right there. That is the potato area right there. And I am going to move on to the next one. Yay! So I am now going into the last part of the garden and actually going to finish up amending the soil. And what do I find in there but a little teeny start to the asparagus? And I'm as excited as I can be. I have the asparagus, if you remember the plan. The asparagus is behind me next to the fence and it is on that first level, and I could not believe how beautiful the asparagus looked. And I'll show that to you. I'm going to set that in here now.
Just a little bit so you can remember I have expectations of my asparagus to start popping out because, as I said, they're the first vegetable in the garden. And uh-oh, I think I see them. Wait a minute. You're in for a treat. Let me get closer. See if you can see the asparagus coming up. I'll point to it. Here it is coming up out of the ground. Can you see the asparagus here actually coming out of the ground? Wow, there it is. So I'm going to throw some black cow on it as well. And that asparagus has been in the ground about 3 years. This looks like one that tried to come up. Maybe it did or maybe it didn't. I'm not sure. But these definitely are beautiful asparagus just coming in. Okay, that makes me happy. Lovely asparagus. So now,
Okay, everyone, I guess we should end it now. I'll end with a few pictures, and this is phase 3, part 1. It was a good little day. I also have lots to show you. I'm planting some apple trees in the front yard. I have been inspired by Amy, who has a front yard garden, and I'm going to end up trying to plant apple trees and other fruit trees all over the front yard. So I will see you in phase 3, part 2. And thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I just appreciate everyone. I want you to know one thing. I love you. And that is why I'm here. I hope this has inspired you to get out and do a little gardening. If you don't have a large garden, get a pot. Let's start somewhere. Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to zoom in on the asparagus. And there they are, starting to come up. They are the first vegetable of the season.